What's up, guys? Making a video here today. One of my ideas that I was talking about, I had kind of floating around, was Myth Mondays. Okay, I wanted to start talking about some of the myths that are going on, or have always gone on, in the fitness industry, and it's really just people talking in the gym, and one guy hears some guy say this, and I'm sure another guy heard it, and then this girl hears it, and this girl hears it, and it just starts to, and every time the story transfers to the next person, it just gets worse and worse, and then eventually nobody knows what's going on. So, the myth I want to talk about today, or misinformation, would be, someone asked me, do you need to do cardio to lose weight? Like, how much cardio do I have to do to lose weight? Now, this is a person that doesn't even work out, really. So, it's not like it's someone who's worked out for 10 years, and they're trying to get cut, and their body's used to working out, and they've already done a whole bunch of stuff, and they're plateauing. Nothing like that. This is someone who's never worked out before, and they want to start doing cardio, right? That's how you lose weight. You got to do your cardio. So they're not watching they don't have any idea about diet, what they're putting into their body. And this is like one of the biggest myths. It's the first thing people always want to do is jump to cardio. They want to get on that cardio machine and just start burning calories, right? Well, the problem with that is, let's say you start doing cardio. The average person, you start doing cardio, you're probably going to have a hard time going at a decent rate on that machine for like 20 minutes. 20 minutes is going to be tough, right? So 20 minutes on that machine, you're probably only going to burn maybe 100 calories. 100, let's say you do high intensity, let's say you burn 200 calories, right? So you've burned 200 calories, but you're not changing your diet. So, let's say now all of a sudden you leave the gym, you're hungry, you go and eat like a banana and, some other fruit or something you think is healthy. Well, guess what? You just replaced that 200 calories. Even though you did it in a healthy way, you just put those 200 calories back in. Now, technically you burned 200 and put 200 back, so you didn't really gain any extra on the day. You still did burn 200 calories out if you were to eat, still that amount. But basically what I'm trying to say is doing cardio is not going to be your best bet initially. It'll definitely help a little bit, but if you get your diet in check, and you can manipulate how many calories you're putting in. It's just like what I said. Let's say you figured out your daily diet requirements, or you figured out what you eat per day. So now let's say you eat 1,500 calories a day or 1,200 calories a day. So now you can adjust those numbers to account for that 200. Let's say you want to drop it by 200 calories a day and see how your body reacts. Start doing that for like 2 weeks or so. And you drop it by 200 calories. That's very easy to do if you look at what you're eating. You know what I mean? There's lots of apps now that you can just punch in what you eat, and it comes up and calculates it all for you, and it just shows you on a pie chart or whatever. It tells you exactly what you're eating, the amounts and calories, proteins, carbs, sugars, fats, everything. And even from store-bought foods, like you can just scan the bag barcode and it comes up. So, once you know roughly what you're eating on a daily basis, then you can easily go, okay, I'm going to cut that out, right? Or adjust this instead of eating that because that's really high in calories or sugars or carbs or whatever. I'm going to supplement it with this, so it's lower, right? And you can easily drop, the calorie count in your meals per day just by doing that, just by adjusting either the foods or the, basically the meals or whatever, right? So that's the biggest thing. I've seen, people in the past who never worked out, and I had them simply change their diet. You don't even worry about working out. I didn't even suggest working out, and I'm a big advocate for people to work out, but I didn't even suggest it. I just said, in the beginning here, I can see you're kind of hesitant. You don't want to go to the gym, whatever. So just adjust your eating, and we'll watch what you eat, and then we'll make adjustments accordingly based on what you currently eat. And just by taking out certain things and switching them up with something else, so this person was still eating, pretty much the same amount of volume per day. I mean, it was the same amount of food, same amount of meals at the same times, but it was just the choice of foods going in were different, which, altered the calorie count. And in return, this person lost probably a good 8 pounds or so, 8-10 pounds in just a couple weeks. So, and that was not even doing anything hard. So, that was just an example of someone who didn't want to work out really. They just wanted to try and do it through food, and you can totally do it through food. So that's my point. One of the biggest myths is, do you have to do lots of cardio to lose weight? No. I would even go as far as to say I wouldn't even throw cardio in terms of weight loss, or relying on it for weight loss, until you really reach like a plateau or a sticking point where you're just at the point where you don't want to eat any less because you're just going to start feeling run down, so you throw in the cardio instead. And that hopefully will, put you over the top. So that's the myth for this Monday. And hope everybody's doing good. Keep on punishing that iron, and talk to you soon. See ya.